So I've taken a little bit of a rest from making videos because I've had quite a lot going on in my life. I've recently moved, so I've been putting all my energy and my focus into getting myself settled and content in my new place. And that's the focus of my video today. I wanted to speak to you about my life and what's happened. So a year and a half ago I was living in a house share in London. It wasn't really my idea. I was just kind of helping out a friend and helping to support them and help their outgoings while they built their business. And then I kind of got to a stage in my life where I thought, why am I doing that? You know, I don't really like London. Why am I living in London? I'm a real nature girl. I enjoy the countryside. So I decided to up sticks and move back to the country. So I stayed with my parents temporarily until I could find somewhere, and fortunately for me, you know, that really allowed me the space and the time to really focus on what I want. See, I've always had this dream of living in a tiny home, like a wood cabin or a tree house or something quirky like that. And I kept going to see all these flats, and part of me was like, yeah, I love it. You know, I could see myself living there. But then this little voice that I always get at the back of my head kept saying to me, you're not going to be happy here. You know you're not going to be happy. Why are you even looking at this place? And you know, the old Alison, she would have ignored that voice and gone, oh, but I like it, so I'm going to move there. But you know, because I've had so many health problems and I've kind of stunted my own growth in so many ways by not listening to my intuition, I just didn't take any of these houses, and I just stayed where I was, and I just kept focusing on, you know, trying to manifest my dream home. And I was almost kind of on the verge of giving up, and then I met someone who had a boat house, which was split into two, and no one had lived in the back end of the boat for a couple of years, so it needed a little bit of TLC. So this year I've been working at making this boat look lovely. I've been painting, I've been helping to kind of fix everything up ready for me to move in. So I've been there a month now, and it is just beautiful. And when I look back at my dream board, my vision board of the home that I want to be in, it's lovely. I mean, my vision board said a quirky, like, one-bedroom home, which it is, close to nature. I'm on the river, a lake close by, close to horses, so there's horses just up the road. It's just lovely, and it's so nice for me, being someone who loves nature that much, to be fully immersed into nature. It's completely peaceful and everyone is so friendly and so kind. I just really love it, and it's actually been hindering me a little bit because I'm so kind of engrossed in the view out of my window. So the swans swimming by and the ducks and the tide coming in and out, that it's been quite distracting. So imagine my dismay when I come home and my view had completely been taken away. So that's the topic of today's video. So how to remain grounded and focused in the midst of chaos. So my story is, when I moved onto the boat, I knew it needed a new roof because it wasn't watertight. So the lady who owns the boat, she's building a new roof with decking out the back. But unfortunately I'm living in the boat while that happens. So I've come home after a lovely day's work and my view's been taken away. So instead of that beautiful view of the marina, there's tarpaulin, which isn't very glamorous, if I'm honest, but that's not so bad. But my cooking facilities have been taken away, so I'm now having to go into the other half of the boat where the landlady lives and use her cooking facilities, which isn't ideal, but it's okay. But then the next thing, my next favourite thing, is sleep. So because I've got no roof on the back, it's just tarpaulin, so every night I hear the rustling of the tarpaulin and the rain beating down, which kind of takes me back to my youth when I used to go to festivals. But it's not so great when a cat falls through the roof in the middle of the night. That's not so good. So anyway, it sounds like I'm moaning, but I'm not. I'm just painting a picture for you. So I could either focus on all the crap that's going on right now and how, you know, inconvenienced I feel, and how I feel that this work will never get finished, and how bad it's making me feel, or I could focus on everything I love about being on that boat. Okay, so that's what I've decided to do. So I know right now that it's not ideal. I know I've got stuff going on that needs to be finished, but I'm just holding in my heart space that amazing feeling of what it's like to be on a boat, to be in my dream home right now. So I compiled a list. So I wrote a list of everything I love about being on a boat. I love about everything about my freedom, what I can do, what this gives me. You know, I'm saving a lot of money now, so it's given me a lot more freedom to, you know, really focus on what it is that I want from my life. And it's just a beautiful test, really, of my strengths. So that's my invitation. So where are you allowing your emotions to get the better of you in certain situations? Is that happening to you? So you could either be one of these people that focus on everything that's going wrong, or you can focus on everything that's going right. And I hate to say, but the more you focus on things that are going wrong, it seems like everything starts going wrong, right? You know, it's like when you wake up and you have a bad day, and then every single thing after that, it's like a chain of events. Things keep getting worse and worse and worse because you're drawing it to you. Or you could just think, meh, that stuff's temporary, and just focus on having a great day. Focus on the things that you love. Focus on the things that you want, rather than letting your circumstances take over. So that's a little bit about me. So I'm hoping that this roof will be finished in the next couple of weeks, so I can have a nice cozy home, and then I can invite friends to stay, because that's something that I've deeply been longing to do for the last, you know, year or so. But yeah, what are your techniques and what are your tips for controlling your emotions when things get the better of you? Because it never feels nice to explode and give in to bad feeling. It always feels nicer to remain positive and happy. So that's my thoughts for the day. If you have any comments, or if you have any tips for anybody else, please feel free to share, and thank you very much for watching.